You are up front with Frank Rothstein on the City World Radio Network, live as always, broadcasting tonight. Once again, it's in the rain, but we are at sea but on my private barge between the islands of Coney and Staten. As always, sitting with me, of course, is a woman who did a rain dance at the Cinco de Mayo festival, and it's been raining ever since. Everyone say, thanks, Jade, to Jade Zabrick. Tonight we're here to talk about the movies. We are talking about the movies, and I have a full room tonight because we are now discussing the short film which is nominated at the Urban Web Series Awards. It's called Alex, and with me today is the director and co-writer, Martina Meal. Nominated for Best Actress is Alison Priest, and her horror interest, it is a horror movie, is, of course, Luca Peranti.
Yes.
Come on.
Hello, everyone.
How are we doing tonight?
Great. Excellent.
Yes,
Super
great.
duper fine.
Wonderful. Yes.
Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Luca, you're wet. You
Yes,
just
I
came in
am.
from the
I
rain.
am. I
Jade's
am.
rain. Let us to talk about this movie.
Sure.
An indie short runs about how long in length?
It's about 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
Yeah, 25 minutes, half an hour.
What are the Urban Web Series Awards?
You know, it's actually my first time, submitting to the, Urban Web Series Awards. So it's, predominantly, urban films, inner city, films, directors. So I just figured, I live in Coney Island, so urban.
You're in
Submit.
Coney. That's right. You
Yeah.
live in my old neighborhood. You're in Coney Island.
Yeah.
That's right.
Coney Island the house.
That's cool. You're going to conquer your field one neighborhood at a time.
Why not?
Allison, how are you?
I'm good. I was just going to say, and it was filmed really everywhere in Coney Island.
Yes.
I mean, this woman is like the queen of Coney Island, I swear to God. Like, we had, I don't even know if we can say, like, the places we got into and the things we used, but it's like she knows every corner of Coney, and we were able to, like, film in most of them.
We are
Cool
very, very creative down there. Coney
Yes.
Island.
You're
kids
from
are
Coney
pretty
Island,
good.
too?
I
Frank.
grew up on 5th and Surf. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Right by the aquarium.
I
Yes.
got to know it in the
Every
last
time
6
a
months.
fish splashed, it got me.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. The aquarium's one of the best parts of
It
Coney
is.
Island.
You didn't go to Nathan's? You didn't take the casting crew?
Oh,
to Nathan's?
Oh,
Sure went
Nathan's.
to
Everybody
Nathan's.
went to Nathan's.
Time.
Yes, Nathan's.
That was
Come on,
usually
man.
the spot to meet.
Yeah.
There you go.
The Nathan's.
Luca,
Yes.
tell us about
yes. Yes. I'm in this short with great Martina Meal.
Can you see it though?
Yes.
Yes.
And then super exciting. Super like she was like, would you like to be in this short? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Really exciting experience. Really.
you. Did the three of you know each other before this project?
Sort of.
Yeah.
I feel like actually the night we met, you asked me to be in this.
Man,
I think that's true.
We went to the I think it was the Vamp Bikers.
Yes, one of the Vamp Bikers parties.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were there, Luca, that night.
No, I wasn't there.
Do you know them? Do you know the ladies?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we shot something with Eric Rivas.
Yes.
Martina was there, and that's where I met
Japanese
Martine,
borscht.
Japanese
Yes.
borscht.
Japanese
and,
borscht. Excuse me,
Japanese
borscht.
borscht. Yeah,
Yes,
Eric
excuse me.
Rivas. He's the one bringing us all together, yeah.
Yes.
So tell us, what is this about?
Which
This-
one?
This Alex. What is it about? You're
Well,
nominated.
it's a psychological thriller. It's about a woman who made a choice, and the choice you have to watch.
Well, just Jen, that's all.
It's a choice
Don't
that
give away the ending.
no, it's basically a choice that she had, a decision she had to make, and there comes consequences, and she found out what the consequences were at the end.
So it's not the standard, the brunette, the blonde dies and the brunette lives.
No, it's nothing like that.
Okay.
Nothing like that. So it's
It's
more
not like this
psychological.
mad killer, no matter where he goes in the world, there's a sharp object laying around.
There's sharp objects. there's sharp objects.
Okay.
You
There's
know,
always a sharp
yeah,
object. somewhere.
that's blood.
Okay.
Blood and
It definitely gets creepy at points.
yeah.
So you're in charge. You're getting tortured.
by me.
Yes.
You're the mad scientist. Is that you're pretty much the mad scientist?
Yes, I'm the mad guy.
That's
yes.
true.
And that was really exciting. Really, this is many twists. The story has
Yes.
got many like. It'd be nice. It'd be like we can't reveal much.
Yes.
Well, you don't have to
But,
reveal much.
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
A lot of fun.
Get some good pictures to hang on the
Which
wall?
which okay?
Yes.
Which part was the best part? Like the fun part? Which one did you have fun in? Because remember, this is the first time I guess filming in Coney Island in one of the buildings. So how was that?
Yeah, I mean, all the moments were pretty fun. I mean, like, I don't know, me dragging Allison on the floor.
That's
I'm
a
guessing
highlight.
you were filming all the way down Surf Avenue.
But I was filming, towards my neck of the woods.
Only because the photographs I saw told me there's only a couple of places you could have pulled this off.
Yeah, this is like
So,
all the way towards 36
By Seagate,
Yeah,
yeah.
by
And
Seagate.
just letting everyone know, if you want to be scared to death on the phone tonight, the phones are open, 646-690-2976, 646-690-2976. And soon, somewhere along the way, everyone's going to tell you how to reach them for future projects. So go take 5 seconds, go get a pen and paper, that little thing with the wet stuff in it that you write on the other thing with, and
Yeah.
take 5 seconds. There you go. You're prepared. Yes, Jade? Yes, Jade? I'm just looking at you. She's smiling. She's having a good time.
Chill.
I thought
Well-
I'd catch her off guard.
Yeah. What about you, Allison? Which what part did you?
I mean,
We dragged her all over the floor.
did?
that was definitely a
Yeah.
highlight.
I saw a photo. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that building was incredible. Talk about location scouting. I mean, it was the coolest, creepiest. You didn't even have to do that much in terms of lighting it or
Yeah.
getting the angles. It was just
Lighting was great.
yeah,
It's freaky.
amazing.
Jermaine hooked it up.
Is that the first horror project for either of you? Or
Yes. I believe that was my first horror. Yes.
Yeah,
And,
me too. Although I gotta say, I'm getting a lot more auditions for horror stuff now.
Yeah.
horror's
Yeah.
it's a huge business.
Yeah,
horror.
it's
People
big.
love it.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but people love some of it.
We love to get scared.
My aunt and my brother, they spent my entire life going to see these things,
Mm-hmm.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes and all these, and I'm looking, okay, but let them go. So people do it. They've gone straight to DVD movies and all that.
Yeah.
Where will this be released when the time comes?
We're going to. Well, I'm going to submit it to more film festivals, and by I'll say in a couple of months, TV. Then back on the web. Yeah.
TV such as,
I have a channel, public access through Brick,
okay.
and I'm going to submit it. And we
That's
have a TV series, an actual TV series.
So
With all
this is one of 6, right? Or
8.
8.
Yeah, it's 8 episodes. So this is episode 3. Yes.
That's great.
Alex.
That's
episode
great.
3. Yeah. Psychological thriller.
And when you're doing a horror movie, Allison I know has done comedy. I know she's done drama. You pretty much fit into almost anything I've ever seen. So
Yeah.
you do that easily. So
Thank you.
what skills are you drawing from? Do you lean more towards towards the drama or towards the comedy? Where are you drawing from?
This was
to make this-
definitely yeah, I mean, I wasn't using too many comedic chops in this one. It's a lot more, it's dark, and it's sort of going into those places was sort of the most interesting part of it. And we shot it really piecemeal, so but that was okay because this woman is going through this really dark journey with incredible twists and turns, and she doesn't know where she is half the time, most of the time, and because everything's sort of surreal and blending into itself. So it was I keep going back to the locations, but it was we just had the most amazing spaces and these nighttime shoots, and Martine is such a pro and such a one woman show pro that she was doing everything, but so you're just as an actor, you're left there to really focus on your moment and what this character is really going through.
Luca,
Yes.
how about you?
I come from acting. I did Japanese borscht. I did little theater back in the days. Nothing super exciting to work with Martine and all this project. I believe that she's
And
got
for this role, did you rely only on drama? Did you bring in some comedic?
not really.
you got-
I'm not really that much of a comedian. Only at home.
Well, not stand up, but
Well, the Mad Doctor. I mean, I thought that it was that role would fit me. I liked it. I liked the part right away. I like everything right away. And yeah.
well, you got some good pictures here. You have some really good pictures. Is that you?
That's me.
Doing an
Yes,
autopsy
that's
or whatever
me.
that is.
An art
Yes.
house. Hey,
Okay. Let's see. There's Allison. Okay, next to a body, or is that what is that?
Let's see
Which
here.
one is? That's the one in the.
Oh, that's the hallway that
Yes,
we're talking
hallway.
about. He was
Okay.
dragging me through there, and that's a dead body next to me there.
Yeah.
He really was dead. He made a
trying to-
demand of the company, and that was it. Worked for the
Big
project.
shout out to Dan.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who's this? Who's the nurse?
Lenore.
She's amazing.
Lenore.
Yes.
Where's Lenore?
And also the makeup artist.
Yeah.
She's double duty.
Oh, she
Yes.
did incredible makeup.
And the
this
dead
woman.
body.
Yep.
She was
Oh,
every.
yeah, you're right. She's actually the dead,
Dead bo-
body
yeah.
in that one.
Yeah, right there. The dead body, the nurse, the makeup artist.
Torso
yeah.
only.
So pretty much you had an easy job. You,
Oh yeah, Lenore compared to her.
Did you have one character? Did they do you all over? Or?
No, I was the doctor.
He
I
was
the
just the mad doctor,
The
yeah.
mad doctor
Yeah.
there.
Did you
which-
use a mad doctor laugh?
I did. I did.
Yeah.
Do the laugh.
Yeah,
Do the
let's hear
laugh
it.
for
Come
the
on.
audience
Come
tonight.
on.
Luke.
Pretend it's Halloween.
Yeah.
There you go.
A bit under the weather.
That's
Aw.
okay. Well, yeah, everyone is right now. Everyone is. It hasn't
true.
stopped raining.
Yeah.
But my car is clean.
Yeah. Oh.
Once you spray Windex, you know it's going to rain. You put Windex on it, and it comes out looking
You
like
get it
less.
done.
Yes.
Ooh,
It's
that's
perfect.
smart.
Shiny.
Good little trick.
Shiny.
Yes.
And then, but I'm under a tree, and I got to do it again the next day.
Ah.
But fortunately, we've had 8 days of rain. Thanks, Jade.
8 days of rain for real?
Has it been that
No, it's,
many?
yeah,
like
actually,
four.
it's been at 4. I thought it was closer to 6, but okay.
Yeah.
It's just raining.
Feels
It's
like
just
Christmas.
raining.
Raining.
It's still raining. Ah, sucky.
And yeah, so I think this is great. This is a small budget, easy budget.
This was a very low budget. Low budget. But
Shoestring.
On the
yeah,
low,
but
low.
the best part is like, I had lots of help as far as like, location, costumes.
This is what I like
You
to
know,
hear. I've
you
always
know.
wanted the people to come in here and tell me what they do when they can't afford the duct tape or it doesn't work, and the simple stuff that when I watch like New York One or any of these other channels, they have that one guy who goes into the huge theater on Broadway and tells you how he's in the greatest, biggest theater in the world with the world's greatest actor, where they had millions and millions to spend. This is all for you to see about. So I'm not going to say the work is easy, but that's sort of, to me, an easy story to present. We have this, that, and the other thing, and okay, let's talk about it. As opposed to when people have to figure out, what are we going to do when something goes wrong? So what do you do when something goes wrong?
Ooh,
Either of you.
take a step back.
You mean when there's no money to help us?
When the
solve
money
the
is
problem?
tight
Oh,
and
I
this
thought
or
like
that, or
elbow
something
grease,
got
baby.
broke, something.
Yeah, I mean, you have to use what you have. So luckily, family that works, FDNY and medical field, we had, all the wardrobes, the ambulance
We
truck.
sort of like gather. Each one
Yeah.
of us like gather to kind of like, okay, what can we do for this? I know that place there. We can go there.
Yeah.
I know that warehouse there. Why don't we try that one? Yeah, I think it's like it's a different way of putting it
yeah,
together.
use what you have, basically. Yeah,
Look
Give
what
it
we
to-
did, with nothing.
Yeah. absolutely nothing.
You're
So-
also a photographer.
Yeah, I started out
Yeah.
photography, and then it started going to cinematography, and then I got the bug,
Someone-
director. So yeah.
Did you have anybody on camera for this? Or did you do this one yourself?
No, soon I'll be have
So
some camera.
no
Just-
one,
yeah,
no one could lie to you when you want them to do something. You tell them why it's not gonna.
yeah, it's just all me.
Okay,
Oh boy,
that's good.
yeah,
That's
have
good.
fun,
You could
yeah.
see what you're doing in the process.
half and half because you want to usually focus on the acting as opposed to like the framing. So you gotta be like everywhere with it. So concentration, heavy
Do you
concentration.
spend a lot of your day with your hands together, framing
At
everybody
times.
looking at. Yeah.
At times I do. Yeah, I do. I
I own a
do.
video company. That's what I do with
Yeah,
myself.
I
Yeah,
do.
and to me, everything fits inside my hand. If I can't see it like this, there's something. This is what I want to see,
Mm.
and the hand frame thing. And if it doesn't look right, I know something's wrong.
Yeah, and you gotta
Yeah.
take a step back and
Yeah.
do it again.
Or tell somebody this is what I want,
Yes.
and So, are you a tough director?
I don't know. You have to ask
Are you a
them.
tough producer?
Am I a
Any
tough
scars?
I don't
Anyone
think
bleeding?
so. I
She,
think
she definitely knows what she wants and what she's how the end results is gonna be, and no, it's pretty like interesting working with Martine. Yeah.
So how do you present it if something isn't working for you?
What do you mean? Like,
Luke, I want you to do this, this, and the other thing, and here's how I want you to do it. Now you try it, you rehearse it, you try it, but it's not quite working for you.
I guess that's the every artist kind of like issue. If but it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
No,
right?
it
Everything was
did.
smooth?
Everything was really
It
smooth.
was smooth. Yeah.
Everybody came
yeah,
in and
yeah.
did their work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Also
You
ha-
gotta give them time to read the script
Yeah.
and let them
This
find.
line isn't working for me, or this word isn't working for me, or something.
I usually let that, especially if they're in the zone. I wouldn't cut anything if they
Okay.
add a word or they did something. Just keep it
So
going.
mild.
Yeah, very mild.
improvisation is
Yeah,
okay.
nothing wrong with that.
How about you, Allison?
Um,
How do you
yeah, I
present
mean-
it when there's something that's not working for you?
I feel like, yeah, Martine, like you were very open director, and because you were doing absolutely everything, as actors. I mean, I always felt like I had freedom and a lot of leeway to sort of do what felt right. And if there was ever times where I needed another minute, if I needed a break, or if I needed to close the set for a sensitive scene, something like that, I would just speak up. And she was so helpful and just so accommodating and able to make me comfortable so that I could do my job the best I could.
It's great. That's
Yeah.
great. I think that's fantastic. I do. I think this is the beginnings.
It
This
is. It
everyone's
is.
beginnings.
Yeah, it's beginning.
How many spots in the director's chair have you had so far?
2, 3,
Three.
3. Yeah, 3. So
They were in the shorts.
Crazy Night, Jack Bonavita, and Alex. Yeah.
Okay. That's the beginnings.
Yeah,
This
the
is it.
beginnings. Yeah,
This
it's
is
always
where I
fun.
like
yeah.
things are going.
Yeah.
I can see where this would take off easily.
Yeah. And I mean, working with these two and the rest of the cast was amazing. I was really, really lucky. Totally lucky. So, yeah, they came through. The hospital scene was my favorite, just to let you guys know. In and out. Bing, bing, bing. They got it done.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, that was the first scene we did. I
that was the
think.
first thing we
Yeah.
did, and it's one of the most emotional.
Yeah. And came in, cried on, I'm like, oh, I don't want to say,
Oh,
we don't want to give the story away, but yeah. It was, came
Yeah,
in,
like
did our
bing,
work,
bing, boom.
big shout out to Janine.
How long did it take
Deborah.
to shoot
The hospital scene?
the
No,
whole project?
thing.
The whole thing's 5 to 6 months.
Yeah.
It's an intricate, film. So it's I had to make sure that everything flowed,
Well, how many hours of footage do you have that you're going to cut down to 25?
Oh, I
30
have a
minutes?
lot. We did a lot. A lot.
You
A
probably
lot.
What are you going to do with the
Few
excess?
Access, behind the scenes,
Nothing should be left on the floor.
Yeah, you never know, behind the scenes. Or it could be a different ending. This
Yeah.
movie is very very open.
It's flexible.
Very flexible, yeah.
Okay.
Very,
That's
very
good.
flexible.
There's definitely unusable footage, though.
yeah.
I'm in I'm in a hospital gown for a lot of this, and
Yeah.
I'm running and there's
Laying
definitely
down,
some-
mostly laying down,
yeah.
laying down and
Yeah.
running.
Yeah,
Yeah, laying
So,
down and running,
but-
and sleeping.
It's in my contract. Anytime my ass is hanging out, she can't use that footage.
Awesome. She was great. She was great. I'm telling you, being literally dragged on the floor. So yeah, but
She's tough.
yeah, they tough. The neighbors was cool. Everybody
The
knows.
neighbors must think we're nuts.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was around October, so it was probably normal.
You still had some decent weather in October. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that high. It was very cool.
That's true.
So now that we know you're doing horror, what other types of roles have you done? What have you enjoyed along the way?
Just in general, I mean, I've been doing a lot of comedy lately. I've done a couple of different pilots. I'm doing, a comedic play this summer. I mean, I've been doing some commercials lately. I'm kind of all over the place. I like comedy. I love comedy.
Okay.
And I love a good drama too. I mean,
Get into it, yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm doing a piece of theater this summer, the first
Yay.
week of July at Here Arts Center, and it's this new play called Personhood by Max
I
Mundy.
know the Hero Arts, yeah.
Yeah, here.
It's a
Yeah,
good
it's
space,
great.
yeah. It's
I
good
know.
size
They're
space.
beautiful, and we're part of their summer co-op series. So really excited for that, and it's a new play that we're doing a workshop production of, and I think it's going to be really special.
How about you, Luca?
Yeah.
What do you like? What do you want to do?
What I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to do much.
Hollywood can arrange.
He
for that.
wants to do a lot. He's like the international gentleman, acting overseas. I would love to film overseas. He's giving me like great ideas, Luca. Don't be shy now. Giving me great ideas. So yeah.
I'm sure, but if you don't want to do much, there are
Yeah.
casting agents who can help you greatly. You can be the most
No, I'm kidding,
unused
I'm kidding,
actor
I'm
in all
kidding.
the world.
I should have been saying that.
Yeah, what would you like to do? Do you like to do drama? Do you like to do where do you feel the most?
Yeah, whatever interests me, whatever role. I don't even really have like any sort of like boundaries or any kind of like whatever. I don't see myself like being like a comedy actor, but
I see dark comedy though.
Yeah, maybe you never know. You never know. I'll try to like
Comedy is tough.
yeah, it's
Comedy
not
is
easy at
tough.
all. Yeah.
And depending on the actor, it could be very dry comedy. It could be very.
Dark
Right,
comedy?
Yeah.
Or wacky, wild. Yeah.
That's a friend of mine.
It's a friend of yours.
Yes, Charlene's
Charlene's
here,
here.
guys. You know Charlene.
All right, just fair warning, Charlene. The world is my prop. So now you have to come in and say hello.
So you used to the radio, Charlene. Don't act like you're brand new.
Walks in, goes to the other end, doesn't wave, because I was watching. Didn't bring pizza. Say hi, Charlene. Say hi. Get into the mic and say hi.
Hello, everyone. I've known Charlene 25 years. 25 years. So yeah, since college,
You
City
act?
College.
No.
She was in Vampires a little bit. Just a little part.
Do you always talk to what? Come on, yell like you just won the lottery. Come on, let it out.
You're doing great.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
You're doing
Yeah.
great.
You're doing
See
great.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't coax it out of her. The phones are open, and we are also on Martine's Facebook page. So all those friends who've been hitting the like buttons and wishing her luck and all that, give a phone call. Say hello to us at 646-690-2976. Well, what?
No,
I
I'm
see
just
what-
waving.
She's waving.
They waving
what-
at me, so I'm gonna wave
Where
back
are you
at.
broadcasting on?
I'm on my Facebook Live.
Oh, are you getting comments? They all count.
You know what? I don't think so. Let me see. Bring.
Who's waving?
Oh, Laura. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
There you go. Andre.
Laura, Andre. Pick up the phone.
Eric. Let me see. Hi. Who else? I know all of them. Oh, 40 buckshots. Hey. What up? Sari.
Hey, all of the friends on Martine's Facebook page.
Josh, how come you're not calling? You're supposed to be calling Josh. He's in a movie. He's in a movie.
Josh,
What
ask
movie
her
is
a
he in?
question.
He's the one.
If you're a little okay,
The first gentleman you came in.
all of the people on Martine's page, because I know you can hear me now, just simply ask a question there, and we will answer it here.
Everybody want to be all nervous. Everybody want to be all nervous.
All right, but right about now we're at the halfway mark. I'm a bit tired. I'm going to take a break. So what we're going to do here is, well, Allison has seen me do this before, is that I don't know how long each of you know each other, but really it doesn't make a difference. Ask each other a question or two that you've never asked each other. Just pick out one in the group and keep on going. And because Luke is very quiet here tonight,
Yeah.
you start it off. Ask somebody a question.
I'm gonna ask Martine, when are we gonna shoot this movie in Haiti?
He wants to shoot in Haiti.
Yes.
Soon. Soon we'll shoot in Haiti. We'll shoot in Haiti. We're definitely gonna shoot. I can't give you
Yeah.
like a time. This is so unfair. Why? Do you, I can't.
That's why I do this.
can't give you a time like we're gonna shoot. You know, I am working on a project. You know, but I definitely do want to shoot in Haiti.
What is the story in Haiti? What's the
Listen, you're gonna be in it.
I
He
know.
loves
I
Haiti.
want.
He
I'm
loves
down.
Haiti. Haiti's beautiful.
Do
It's
we
like
have
my
a
set.
storyline though,
Yeah.
or is it just?
Are there horror
Haiti?
movies in Haiti?
Are they horror movies in Haiti? There's horror movies in Haiti.
Well, there's another one coming.
Yeah, you know.
Are we gonna do a horror movie in Haiti?
Why not?
All right.
It
Why
could be
not?
tropical. You can do anything. You
You
can
know-
do a tropical horror movie.
Or we could just do something
Yeah, you
tropical.
don't see too many of those,
That's
really.
King Kong.
King
Tropical
Right.
horror.
It's Trop-
movie?
I thought
Oh, they're
King
in
Kong
that.
was in the
Yeah.
was in
It's-
New
it's-
York City.
Listen, it's just shot in black and white in the original, but it's
Also-
hot as hell there.
Yes,
It's-
yes. I don't know. I think I was waiting for Luca to give me a script since he wants to shoot so bad.
but there are sharp
You
objects
have,
in
you have a
Haiti.
story about the Haiti? Tell us about
I never had a story, but I could make we could just
It was the white zombie that you had.
the White Zombie is actually an old film by oh my god.
Right, it was an
White
idea
Zombie,
about a
right, White
remake.
Zombie.
Yes,
Ooh,
White
a
Zombie.
remake?
Wasn't that like
Yeah.
1930s?
Yes,
It's
19
Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi. Yes, he
Isn't
was
that
in
an
that movie.
'80s hair metal band?
White Zombie.
Yeah,
Rob
I'm
Zombie.
looking at you.
Rob-
Oh, okay, yeah.
Rob-
And White Snake.
Yeah,
I'm
and
getting
White
them all
Snake.
mixed up. Yeah,
Lord, the hair bands.
There was some good hair bands.
yeah, yeah.
Sure.
So who's asking the next question here? Allison.
I guess.
I want to know more about this Haiti story.
He wants.
What's the white zombie
That's
like
an
plot
old-
line?
what's
It's just
the-
zombies on a
yeah,
beach.
No, this is It was in the 1930s. It was a gentleman who God, he fell in love with this woman,
Okay.
but she's getting married to someone else. So basically, he went to get
There's a lot of movies.
yeah. He
But
went.
then-
Romantic comedies. No, there's always
Yeah,
something
where do the
good.
zombies come in?
It's actually free online. It's actually you can watch it
Okay, I'll just
online.
watch
White
it.
Zombie.
You ever notice
I
like
haven't
all
seen
these
a-
disaster movies, like earthquake towering in front? It was like a big disaster coming until it actually happens. Is all you have is like love stories.
Yeah, something like that. I
Nobody-
mean, we have
nobody
earthquakes.
has
Oh,
a
I
bad
can't say
day
that.
at work.
Yeah.
They just have drama
Totally.
until the earthquake comes.
And
Damn,
Oh,
earthquake.
yeah.
Funny thing about earthquakes.
Go on.
Funny
Yeah,
thing
I
about
don't-
earthquakes, just before
I don't
it
want to
happened,
say anything else about
I was
earthquakes.
contemplating a divorce.
Yes.
So,
Right.
Martine, your turn.
My question.
Who you got? Who you asking a question?
Man, this is rough. I'm trying to figure out questions, but let's see. Next film. You know, like okay. What do you want to start first on the next script? Because we have 8 episodes now.
So we're probably going to be doing. It sounds like I'm going to be in the Edgar Allan Poe one.
Yes, the Edgar Allan Poe adaptation.
Tell Frank about that. That's going to be cool.
Yes. So
do you
one
got?
one of the series, one of the episodes is an adaptation of Edgar Allan Poe's The Cast of Amontillado.
Really?
So I was thinking
you know
about
that
doing
one?
a modern version of it. You know,
Do you know that
two women.
storyline?
I'm not as familiar. No.
Yeah.
Tell him the
Covering
story.
Edgar Allan Poe is great.
You know, Edgar Allan Poe is like one of my favorites. He's one of my favorites. He did the cast. He did the Raven. He did
Yes, he did.
he did a whole bunch of stuff. But those are one of my favorites.
When does that? When do you think that would?
I wanna-
You're still busy here. When do you think that?
I
want
to start that one. Around September.
Yeah.
Yeah, September. It takes place in the carnival too. So
It's
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
It's the story of like there's these two. Well, Martine's going to do it with women. Originally,
Yeah.
it's men because it was 1867 or whatever.
Yeah, it was
that Poe
18.
wrote
Yeah,
this.
he wrote this a long time ago.
Something like that.
Yeah, he wrote it a long time ago.
But she's going to switch it to women, put it in the modern day, and it's like one of us basically, it's out of like severe jealousy, is trying to like trap the other one and bury her alive.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
about just burying someone alive. So
Just
it's
this
all about
intense-
Oh, you were watching the Love Boat
yeah, it's
when they dock.
the plot of the story. It's basically you just don't like what someone says, or envy, jealousy, and you just
Yeah.
lure them in the basement and just trap them.
So you got an easy trap, and then it goes
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's one of those horror movies. Like that's actually a typical horror movie.
Will there be sharp objects laying around?
Most likely,
Or like feathery objects because we're going to be in the carnival.
yeah. Well, that's like in the beginning, like middle. The mask and
Okay.
the politeness, and
It's
then
going to be beautiful.
come down to my
Come down to
cellar.
my lair.
Yeah. So I could just bury you alive because I don't like what you said.
Yeah.
Luca, you
fun
want
in
to
that
be
brick
buried
wall.
alive?
oh man,
I hear Allison's going to kill
Oh,
her
man.
husband in this one. Do you want to do it? You want to be killed?
I just want to. Can I say something about the telling? There's another one, right?
Yeah,
The
but
telling
that's-
is
The telling is
The
actually what I
telling.
wrote.
yes.
Yeah, and
Let's
that's
talk about the one you wrote.
Yes,
Martine.
yes. I wrote a
Yes.
detective type of a detective trying to actually look for a serial killer. So looking for the serial killer, he actually finds about himself. So it's basically I think I do a lot of reveals in my movie. So It's a lot of reveals.
That's actually interesting
Yeah.
because the detective looking for a killer is not new. How do you present it? How do you make it fresh?
Man, it's like I
different.
wish I could say it without giving out the movie.
Don't give up the movie. Just
You know-
how do you go about presenting it in a way that you try to make it where people can say, "I've seen that."
I stay away from the typical detective looking for that serial killer. I more of the story of the detective. About his journey to becoming a detective, but he had a lot of stuff growing up that was really dark, and so once he finds a serial killer, it's basically almost finds himself.
Because funny you say that because I remember watching a movie from I think it was 1973. Sean Connery in a movie called The Offense, and he's now hunting down and captures a child abuser, rapist, whatever he is. And as he's torturing this guy, trying to beat the confession, trying to get what he wants out of him, you realize as how psychological this is also inside of Sean Connery, that he is. You realize that there's things about him that are quite ugly, and this was near the tail end of his first round of James Bond, in 1973. So it's around the Diamonds of Forever time.
Diamonds
So-
are forever.
Yeah, it was an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So-
watch old movies going back before the 70s, 50s, 40s, 30s.
I do. I watch a lot of like old movies.
I feel like I've seen a handful, but like it's I wish I have seen more. It's like forever on my list to watch.
Yeah, there's tons.
Because where there's no big guns to rip off and like when you see Arnold Schwarzenegger ripping off a gun from the side of a truck or a helicopter, there's no sex going on. There's a story to tell.
Yeah.
In 2 hours roughly, you have to tell a story. One of my favorites was White Heat, which has been on Turner Classic a lot. Did you ever see that?
White Heat.
White Heat, James Cagney.
Oh no.
They took a story of a gangster who was a mama's boy, basically, who had problems, and he's a murderer, of course. But he decided to make him crazy, and he was brilliant in this movie. He made this guy crazy, and you're talking about the character Arthur Cody Jarrett, and no matter where Cody Jarrett is, there's there's Ma Jarrett. And along with some of the great exits of film, like everyone knows Gone with the Wind and Rhett Butler saying, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn," this has one of the great exits in films. As important as it is to give any actor a good entrance, this gives the importance of a great exit.
Yeah, definitely.
And I suggest you watch it.
Okay, that's going to be on my list
This is
to watch.
a great. He's insane,
Good.
and he was fantastic in it. And I love
Awesome.
old movies.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of them.
Wow.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, I gotta watch some of that too.
I've been trying to hook up Martine to like some Italian like 70s B movies.
Yeah.
You know.
What's that act? The director you?
Umberto Lanzi.
Yeah, Umberto
Which
Lanzi.
Tarantino took a lot from him, and so we kind of.
Yeah, I was watching it. Yeah, he's very yeah, it's rough. Some of the stuff is pretty rough.
What we refer to here,
Gory.
somewhat rudely, as spaghetti westerns,
Right.
gave us Clint Eastwood as a major star. Even though he was Dirty Harry, he had a great movie. But now he came back in these 3 movies with. He's now Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
And there were great movies. And there were a lot of, and it was steady work, and there were some good projects out of it. And
Yeah, the classes were always good. I used to.
foreign films are great. But again, I love old movies, so I go back to the 1930s, and my favorite of German movies would be M. Peter Lorre in M.
Like, was that a Madame Butterfly?
No,
story?
he was a
Random.
child murderer. It was great. It was a timeless story that it was just a matter of setting that made it 1930s. But you can easily tell it today. And I love going back to watch old where these stories really come from, even if they're in silent movies. Because Frankenstein was really made in, I think, 1913. It's a 13-minute movie. Right up
Yeah.
your alley, sure.
Yes,
Yes.
by Mary Shelley.
Yes.
Mary
Which
Shelley.
is, I think, 201 years old now.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
she wrote it when she was like 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1920.
Wow.
But the
1920s.
makeup well, the most recent one would be Robert De Niro is the most famous of.
Oh yeah.
But the makeup of Frankenstein was closer to what Robert De Niro looked like than Boris Karloff, who's going to stick bolts in the neck. You didn't have to do that. So
I mean, I haven't seen that one in a very long time, so I got to put that on my list too. Yeah.
it's an interesting story.
Wow. Good stuff.
Yeah. So what would be what's your comfort zone, and what's a risk?
You first.
Comfort in what sense?
In what
Yeah,
context?
yeah.
Acting.
Directing.
I'm going to go back to an old actor, of course, now. We knew Humphrey Bogart was a leading man. He was Casablanca. He was The Maltese Falcon. He was a lot of other movies.
Mm-hmm.
And he was always in his tie or in his tux and everyone. Then they took a chance, and they made The Treasure of Sierra Madre.
Mm-hmm.
And they turned him into a desperate, low-life bum. And it worked brilliant. So if you do a certain type of
Yeah,
character,
I know what you're asking. Yeah.
what would be what if you, as a director, if you're going to take Allison and put her into a movie and you're not sure if she could do this or not, what would you be taking a chance on?
I think
We're going to change her up.
I think I did take a chance with the psychological drama.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, because I've seen her, the reels and stuff, and I've seen the range, drama, comedy. The horror was the one that I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that was really different. So
It was really different.
So you'd be, the character you'd be risking the career on, that type of
It-
getting her out of the comfort zone. You're in a horror.
yeah, that would have
Okay.
been it. That would have been it. Yeah, that was it.
How about Luca?
It's got to be a great story, I think. And once you decide to take it upon the role, and I was reading like these like tremendous way, like Daniel Day-Lewis, like he never breaks character, from most of his movies, and this full immersion into this, the roles and.
No, I don't mean that kind of break. I mean, you're a mad scientist now in a horror
Right,
movie. You've now
right.
been a mad scientist, a doctor, something, 50 straight projects.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of chance? What would be taking a chance on you? Would it be comedy? Would it be something that people haven't seen?
Right.
I think it would be comedy.
Yeah?
Yeah,
For Luca, yeah.
it's comedy. He's
Also, I could see a stretch for you actually would be like, weirdly enough, it would kind of be the romantic lead.
Maybe, yeah,
like the
yeah.
sweet, like
Very
international.
sweet,
Look at
yes.
Haiti, like that.
Maybe.
The handsome
Haiti.
man.
You can do
In
whatever
Haiti,
you want.
yes.
Go to Haiti.
handsome.
Yeah.
You can
but,
do whatever
like,
you want me. Just take me to Haiti.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
He loves it.
Okay.
It's a beautiful country. Yeah. So
listen.
I think so. I think
Not asking for much.
comedy. I think comedy will be his strategy.
So
Yeah, very
as-
stretched.
All right. So as the actors, what do you think Stretching Martinez directing a project would be?
Oh wow,
Well, I mean,
She's
good question.
she's doing shorts. We know she can do a short.
well,
what
we
do
know
you think?
she was a DP in a couple of. You did a couple of. You were
Yeah.
with Eric Rivas, right? She was DP on features.
Yeah, features.
So I know that you can do that too, and like have that longevity. I don't know. It's actually what I think is so exciting to think of for you is when you do get well staffed.
Yeah.
When you've got like a team around you and it is your job. That's what'll be interesting to me is whether you do like stick harder to the director thing or like the DP thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
You know.
You're used to doing it yourself,
I mean, it's not even used. I
but
have no problem
with
with
the
help.
staff-
The staff is much better.
but you have to let go of
yes,
a certain thing.
yes. I probably would. It would probably be different. Letting go from like I guess the
So
camera
from
perspective.
you will be a behind
Yeah.
the scenes problem.
Yeah.
Of not problem, but a risk of how were you with a full staff? Okay.
That too, and actually letting go of the camera.
Letting
not
go of the
having it.
camera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Now
was like,
someone behind the camera saying, "I don't know if I can do this," and you're gonna say, "Are you kidding me? Do you know who I am?" You know,
yeah.
like-
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a thing that
Probably would be like acting in a movie for
Acting?
you. But yeah, it would be like a stretch for
this
you.
girl,
maybe,
she just
huh?
wants me to act.
You thought about
Why not?
it.
Yeah, I did.
not?
I did. I don't know. That's hard. What
The
they
right
do
role.
is hard.
And
I don't
Allison,
even know how they do it.
Allison can direct you, and here's why. As we shift a little bit,
Good.
Allison, you are now a producing director with the Poet Acts. Can you explain this? What is this?
Explain to
Tell
us
us what this is.
boss lady.
So emphasis on producer over director. I'm not like in a directing position in that sense. But it's a role where I'm producing. We're doing, it's an indie theater company in the city. It's a nonprofit, and the producing director in my role is basically to just, honestly handle logistics, find the financing, help like put everything together, get the list together, get the strategizing, the schedules.
You get to keep everybody sane.
Yeah, good luck with that, right? I'll do my best. But like my partner in it is this guy, Tomera Dorian. Tomera, if you're listening, you know how much I love you. And he's the artistic director and co-founder of the company. And so it's his artistic vision, really. And we'll talk through everything and bounce things together. But like he's the one really like, bringing the art to all of it, whereas I'm bringing more like the, logistics. I'm really excited about it, though.
That's great. I wish you luck. I think it's fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a good foil for me. A lot of people...
And that's a stretch because you're going to find out that there's other things going on, It's a sort of a stretch.
I've been producing for a while now. Yeah, I've been producing for the past, couple years.
She knows what's,
So I know, Keys that I did with Mark. I was the director for that, but I was also totally producing
No,
that.
I did not know you were the director for that. No.
Yeah.
No, I just got a key, which I still have in my house.
Oh.
I saw Keys. This was an interesting play. And Mark, who wrote it, Mark Ford, you walk into the theater, and, everyone takes time before the seats fill up. And there's Mark, wisely facing away from the audience. There's supposed to be like a body on the floor.
A dead body.
A dead body. Of course, we have to have dead bodies.
Yeah, of course.
He had to lay there without moving for, 45 minutes?
Was it that long?
By the time you open the door, by the time we all get in, and I'm
45 minutes.
It was. I think
not
it was,
a leg cramp, not a sneeze.
He was probably
didn't
sleeping. He
twitch.
actually slept. He
could have
probably
been.
actually
Did he-
sleeping.
Did he take a pill like an antihistamine before, and now you got to buy him some time to wake up?
He's a very calm person, Mark. I think
And
he was just meditating through
That
it.
may and didn't they drag him?
They
out?
drag him off. That's how
You
the play
seem
starts.
to be around films where people are being
Yeah.
dragged up. You got to make like a drunken movie next. Everyone gets dragged out. All right, but that was interesting to watch that. Yeah, that was actually a good piece. It went on. Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, we did pretty well with that. And yeah, that was like my initial producing thing. And I've done a lot of cool stuff in the city since then. Theater, I'd like to get into producing film as well, which is a whole nother beast.
Nice.
I spent enough time on sets, but always as an actor so far. But, yeah.
Oh, you're not going to put those permits up on the street and take away my parking spot, are you?
Hopefully the Flax will be doing
that's
that. But
pedestrian assistance.
And they
Yeah,
lie.
yeah.
These are the people that lie.
Yeah.
There's always, we have towing privileges, but I'm nuts. I call the city.
You call
I
the-
know they don't have it.
Oh my
Really?
I know you don't have it when you put those signs up.
Mm.
I'll
they-
tell you why. You're doing an indie project. You're on your own. You have a small crew. You take up a couple of spots. It's there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see when the Hollywood people come and they did these fake magic of Hollywood moments coming up? And they all act like they own the street, and they want to, and they're rude. And I'm standing catty corner from a restaurant where they're shooting, and I just happen to be looking in the direction, and someone walks up and says, "Please don't stare at the restaurant. The actor is running lines." And I said, he's an actor. He's supposed to be looked at. He's in a building. If this guy is worried more about me 40 feet away, staring vaguely at him, than actually concentrating on his script, let's find somebody else.
It's rough. It's rough.
It is rough.
It's a rough job. I
But
mean,
it's not like I was in the room staring at the guy.
I don't know. Sometimes you just.
But they take over these streets and they displace
Those guys are
everybody.
rude,
When
huh?
you, as you get bigger, as you get successful, don't
Hollywood
displace
guy.
parking
Uh,
spots.
Yeah, it's
Don't
a city.
do that. No,
Yeah,
don't
it's
do
a
that.
city. It's a city.
Take over the commercial spots.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
take over the commercial
All
spots.
right. We got the. Okay, I will.
Anybody asking you questions there?
Anyone
waving? You wanna say hello?
I don't know. Who's waving? Did you want to? Who? I don't know what this is. Edward. I mean, everybody's watching here.
Everybody's watching.
Everybody's watching.
should we do something interesting?
I don't know. What do you want to do? Who can sing? Can you
Who
sing?
can sing?
Let's hear another evil cackle.
Yeah.
Those go
Cackle.
well.
Come on, alternate laugh B.
No, I used to be in the music business before get into acting. So.
Oh yeah, how do
What
you
you
know?
got?
What did you play? Guitar?
Yeah, I used to play drums.
Oh, you
I was a
did.
drummer. Yeah. Then I am.
Wouldn't peg you for a drummer.
Didn't
You see?
Yeah, you didn't know
maybe.
that?
I would think
Which-
guitarist.
You know,
Yeah.
the
First
bassist.
choice. Yeah, bassist.
You could go for lead
Oh, yeah.
singer.
That was back in the days when I remember Jade too. You know,
You guys were like
And,
on the circuit together.
rocking
how's
out.
that work?
those Bushwick days.
Oh, the old Bushwick days.
Jade's got a lot going on with her music
Yeah.
these days. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
Wow,
What
small,
happened in
small
2012?
world. Small, teeny world.
It is. I keep saying my world gets smaller by the day.
Wow.
Because what are the odds of me having people in here who I've never met, knowing the girl I work with? How many years now?
Maybe more. 2010, 2009, maybe. Yeah.
Wow.
Where were you guys playing? Like in the city? Were you guys
No,
both at like Mercury
I
Lounge or
think
something?
we had like some friends in common, and I remember you like sharing this apartment with this guy that was your best friend, Andrew. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And yeah, that I don't want to get like.
Yeah, we don't
Prior.
even
Yeah.
know the
Right.
living
You
situation.
want your own private
Right.
station to talk about this on? It's okay. You know you're talking about
Tell
you
us
know,
about the music.
Yeah.
there can-
Your brother's cousin.
yeah, really. You know, there can be like 200,000 people. It's just between us.
It was like an artist's house. Like it was like a six
Yeah.
apartment thing, and like everybody in the apartment were musicians or artists, and we all hung out.
Oh, that's
So they can do a soundtrack for you.
Yeah. I didn't. This is my first time hearing that he did music.
I got a
so-
guitarist, or you have a drummer, or you want to be in the bass?
If we want to talk about the soundtrack of Alex, is going to be like really nice soundtrack that you worked with in studio, right, with your friend.
Yeah. But you said you know you could do you could do music. You could score. Can you score?
Yes.
Look at that.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know.
The Meeting Place. Nice show.
I didn't know.
I want commission.
I didn't.
If he makes you like $1 million soundtrack,
Ah.
because I want a finder's fee.
Okay, I find it. But that was you. Who? Well, I didn't really find them. It was actually those two. They found each other.
Jade gets it.
Yeah, I think you know.
Jade's getting the finder's fee, I
Yeah,
think, Frank. Hate to break it to you.
Yeah.
She's the one bringing us all together here.
Yeah, I know. 6 years. You know, like I can't. 6 years.
Once again,
Jade
dust.
takes
Yes,
over.
yes.
Even in the business world, I am in the friend zone. This is the business world. I'm getting dust. I'll be lucky if someone sends me a cup of coffee out of this.
Lord.
I could see it now as this becomes like the big multi-billion dollar selling album, like a John Williams thing, and
I haven't even bought a good soundtrack. I used to like soundtracks. Do you even like?
Oh, like buying the album?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What's your guys' favorite? I know mine, and it's super embarrassing.
I know.
but
I
also
have
super
one.
Feel
I
free.
have
Which
one.
one? Don't be embarrassed.
Yeah, you first.
You
You
volunteered.
Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet. And if you guys don't know that soundtrack, go home and get to know it.
I-
Hashtag 90s kid.
I'm just a general enjoyer of any Quentin Tarantino soundtrack.
nice.
Because
Totally,
he's not
totally.
He has a few little background in it, but he really finds great songs and puts them in the right combination.
Oh man.
How about you, Luca?
I believe that my all-time favorite would be Flash Gordon from Queen.
From what year?
Queen.
Queen,
Queen.
Flash
Did,
Gordon.
did Queen do that
1980.
entire
Sam
album?
Jones.
1980.
Sam
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Good soundtrack.
And
Bad movie.
Yeah.
But good soundtrack.
Right. You're
Wow.
absolutely right. A horrible movie. And
Now I have one. Now I think
Yeah.
it was damn. It was the Batman Forever soundtrack.
Oh.
That was like ultimate. It had U2, Method Man,
Mhm.
Mazzy
the-
Star.
Which was the Batman for that one again? Batman Forever
Was that Val Kilmer? Who was that?
Yeah, Val. It was
it Val
directed by
Kilmer or
Joe
George
Schumer.
Clooney?
That was Val Kilmer, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was directed by Joe Schumer. Schumer? Yeah, I think it was Joe Schumer.
Schumer?
Okay.
Schumacher?
Is it
I forgot.
Schumacher?
I'm not really sure.
He did the bat. Yeah, he did the. I know it's Joel.
Definitely
I just
Joel.
walk around saying da 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 da,
Yeah.
and no one knows what I'm talking about.
I love that soundtrack. It was a really good soundtrack.
Well, for me, Batman was Adam West, so I just go with da 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 da.
Old school Batman, which is
He was the only happy Batman.
Huh.
yeah, he was a
Michael
very
Keaton
very
had a half and half personality, but as they got past Michael Keaton, everyone was miserable, and they all had.
Moody.
I'm a multi-billionaire who's fighting crime. I have a great costume, and all the women love me, and I
yeah, you're right. Is it like
But I'm
really
moody.
sound like I
Yeah.
want to
Like-
kill myself.
I think when they switched, when they gave it to Val, it was different. It became different, like with Val.
Yeah.
Let's
know.
talk about this on here before. Adam West was the only guy who referred to himself as the Bright Knight.
The Bright Knight.
He was the only happy guy.
Yeah, he was always happy.
He was happy.
Huh.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
In the comic books, is he moody? Like in the original stories?
As time goes on, well, he was
gloomy?
always serious, but as time
Right.
goes on, they become darker characters.
Yeah.
That's what you have now.
Yeah.
But it was always
So-
a darker character. I mean,
As a
back-
general rule, well, Adam West was a campy type of show for
But
the
he-
'60s.
but that was
the
TV.
character, yeah, but the character itself is a dark character,
Right.
thought to be the flip side of the Joker.
Right.
That if one without the other would be,
Yes.
almost lost.
Isn't there a new Joker coming out?
There's a film. I don't know why, but there's a film coming out about the Joker. Yeah.
Joker.
I think Joaquin
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
I
As
think
an
he's
extra,
great. I
that
think he's
movie.
awesome.
Super interesting.
Yeah, that'd be good to watch.
Yeah.
Luke, aren't you going to open the gift I got you? I brought it
What's
to you.
that?
Could open it on air.
Oh, let me. What kind of gift is it?
It was
Yeah.
I'm a
special.
honey collector.
Oh, he
and,
knows what it is.
Recently, Allison took a trip to Canada to visit her parents, and I asked her to bring me like some Canadian honey.
Isn't that cute? He
And,
collects honey from around the
yes.
world.
It's a lifetime collection. Honey doesn't go bad. It's good to have. It's a good thing to collect.
Is that
yeah.
true? You just put it in the glass
I've
jar?
never heard of anyone saying, "I throw it out. It's bad."
Yeah, you're right. Because it just is pure sugar. So
Like a Twinkie.
I don't know about
Uh-huh.
Twinkies.
Yeah, Twinkies.
True
with-
story. I
don't
was
know
reading a
about
few years ago. A professor on the first day of class, I guess his wife packed a Twinkie in the bag. He put it on top of the blackboard. He stayed with his position for 30 years. On retirement day, he took down the Twinkie. He said it was mildly brownish, but it looked okay.
Wow.
Wasn't going to risk eating it.
Yeah.
But it didn't look all that bad in this. So
Mildly.
it's a Twinkie. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Them and cockroaches. are
Cockroaches,
surviving
yeah, the thing of cockroaches, Twinkies, and now and Keith Richards, of course.
Oh,
They'll just last forever.
They'll all
I
survive the
haven't had a
apocalypse.
Twinkie in like the longest.
Well,
Oh, no.
believe it or not,
Sponge.
we are
Yeah.
out of time.
Aw.
You lying?
It's 9:53. We are about done.
That hour flew by.
So everyone on our teens page, thank you for waving. Everyone on Live Me, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for sitting here, Jade, and listening to all my nonsense.
I can't believe it's an hour already.
And I wish
She's not
everyone luck
listening.
at the 2019 Urban Web Series Awards.
Thank you. And thank
Don't
you.
forget to
and-
vote.
Yes,
Don't
and
forget-
thank you everybody that's been voting.
Where is the link
Thank
for
you.
voting? Where are they going to?
Showupfilms.com.
You got it? Showupfilms.com.
Showupfilms.com. And you could vote for best costume, Alex, best writer, Alex, and Best actress.
Allison Priest.
Allison Priest.
yes, amazing.
Okay. In that case, Martina Meal, Allison Priest, Luca Peranti, thank you for being here.
Thank you, guys.
We've had a lot of fun doing
Yes.
it. And before I go, I'm sorry to leave it on a sad note.
Oh.
City World Radio host John Lombardi passed away yesterday. Our sympathies, our condolences go to his family and friends.
Bless soul.
And of course, we hope that he rests well. He's earned it. Everyone else, I will be back here next week. Next week on my show will be my mother's birthday, so I got to think of something for that. Yes, Mom, my imagination will be active. And that is that. I thank everyone for being here. I will see you all again next week. Jade, I think you have your hand on the switch. Good night, gang.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
Hi, Grandma. Can Nina come over for dinner?
Sure. I've been meaning to ask you, what would happen if someone offered you a drink?
Grandma?
If anyone ever does, I want you to say, no, I have too much respect for my family and I don't want to get in trouble.
I promise, Grandma.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. That's underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. This message brought to you by SAMHSA and this station.
Yo, what's going on? Y'all listening to Skies Crescent Radio, and here's what's coming up. On the first Sunday of the month, we have the Poet Podcast with Dale Novella. On the second Sunday of the month, we have the Soul Tree Spotlight with Earlene Steven. And we also have Keeping It Funky with Troy Weeks. On the third Sunday of the month, we have Boozy News with Supreme Bars. And on the fourth Sunday of the month, we have What's Really Good with Jeanette Berry and Clout Dealers with the Label Noir. And every Sunday at 7, we have Can We Not with Evan Combis. Peace.
Hi, this is Kelsey Grammer. When military service members head into battle, none are expected to face the enemy alone, but many return home and become isolated as they struggle with the visible and invisible wounds of war. It can be difficult knowing how to overcome that challenge and rekindle bonds similar to those formed in the military. Wounded Warrior Project supports these injured veterans through their recoveries by connecting them with fellow warriors and their communities. No one should fight this battle alone. Join us at woundedwarriorproject.org.
It's flu season. You might think you're healthy and don't need a flu shot, but look at it this way. When you get a flu shot, you're protecting not just yourself, but those around you who are vulnerable. A baby, a frail grandparent, a friend in the hospital or nursing home. For them, influenza can be life-threatening. Get a flu shot today. See your doctor or visit mdhflu.com to find a flu clinic near you.
This message from the Minnesota Department of Health.
When it comes to providing guide dogs for people who are blind or visually impaired, one national organization is taking the lead. The Guide Dog Foundation breeds and trains Labradors and Golden Retrievers to help blind and visually impaired people increase their mobility and independence. The foundation provides transportation to its New York campus, the guide dog, a comprehensive training program, and a lifetime of aftercare services, all free of charge. The benefits to training with a guide dog at the Guide Dog Foundation in Smithtown, New York are many. Among them are small class sizes for personalized attention, a long history of excellence in dog breeding, and a highly skilled professional training staff. The foundation offers a comfortable environment and diverse training areas from country walks to city subways. If you or someone you know could benefit from the foundation's free services, call 800-548-4337.
You're listening to the City World Radio Network, high-definition digital radio broadcasting from the city to the world. www.cityworldradio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Gelato. My music can be